Hello friends, and welcome to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. This is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and it's been just a really crazy week for me. I've gone and seen Star Wars The Last Jedi twice. I'm still processing the film. I've talked for hours about whether or not I like it, and I haven't really decided. I do know the film is entertaining, and I like that aspect of it, but man, I just... still up in the air. I'm probably going to have to see it 2 or 3 more times before I really get a sense of my true feelings on it. And I've read a ton of articles about it. Man, it has just been nuts. But with that, with Star Wars, I wanted to kind of create a list of characters. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into what I consider the 8 most likely characters that we can get from The Last Jedi, from the film The Last Jedi. Now, I am going to specifically leave out like veteran characters or characters that are obviously going to be a part of some master legacy awesome release, something that would be like that. So that's going to leave out, in my mind, Snoke, General Leia, and old Luke, right? Those 3 characters are characters that I honestly think if we get them at all, they're going to come in the form of a legendary event or a heroes event or something. I don't necessarily know. I'd love to see a heroes event revolving around old Luke, simply because I want to know what led him to the film, to the events that he took in the film. I won't spoil anything. I won't say what he did, but I'm so curious about that. And that's, again, back to why I'm not sure how I feel about the film yet, is I really want to know what led up to it. I'm so excited to figure out the canon between episodes 6 and episodes 7. What happened? We figure some stuff out, but there's still so many questions left unanswered. But this list will not incorporate those 3 characters. So leaving them out, my #1 top pick, or the character that I think that we will most likely get, is General Hux. Now, General Hux, it would obviously, or in my mind, would be a fleet commander. He would be the first order fleet commander. We don't have one. We need one. It makes sense that he would be added. Now, we could get another character who is like that, who has, you know, access to the fleet, or who could control the fleet. But Hux, I mean, he's that top guy. He's the top ranking guy. Now, obviously, Hux would have some kind of really cool synergy with Phasma. I don't think that he would be so synergistic with Kylo Ren, either Kylo Ren, to be honest. I do think that he would have some strong leader abilities for minor characters, something that we see in like a Veer's ability. Maybe we could get that Stormtrooper or that Imperial Trooper, but a First Order Trooper tag thrown on new troopers. We don't have very many First Order Trooper characters. Although there's a lot to be picked from, we don't have many in the game so far. We have 1. Now we have pilots, and that's great. They're awesome. But we don't have any troopers, and I think it would be cool to have that thrown on. So, but again, same vein as Veer's, strong leadership ability with minor characters, not with the stronger characters, but would have a nice affinity with Captain Phasma. Now, moving on, the second most likely character that I think we're going to get will also be a fleet commander, would be coming with the capital ship, the Raddus, and that would be Admiral Holo. Admiral Holo is, for those of you who don't know, she is the powerhouse in the pink dress, or lavender dress, or whatever you want to call it. I think she was one of the strongest performers in this new film. I loved Laura Dern. That's the actress who played her. I thought she did a great job. I think she would be super fast as a character, because in the film, yeah, she's super fast. I'm not going to say any more about that because I don't want to give away anything, but I also think she would have a high dodge chance. Now, that would be really cool as a character to have that. She would obviously be a resistance leader. She would most likely, again, be, since she is an admiral, a fleet admiral. So we don't have a resistance fleet commander yet, and I think this would be a great way to introduce her. Now, next on my list is a character who I am not sure how to put her in. Rose is our latest, one of our newest actresses in the film. She has a major scene and a major storyline with Finn. You see that in the trailers, so no spoiler there. But she would have stun. She would again have an affinity with Finn. She may be a pilot. I'm not entirely sure. She's definitely a mechanic, definitely an engineer. That's all stuff that you know from trailers if you looked into it. So if you haven't seen the movie, none of this is spoilery. But I think she would have an ability if she were a pilot. One of her pilot abilities would be to sacrifice either herself or not even sacrifice, but just to save, add protection to another pilot, especially a resistance pilot. I think that would be cool. I don't necessarily know, but I think that would be pretty awesome. Now, next underneath her is DJ. Now, I don't even want to add this character to the list. I was disappointed with Benicio del Toro's character because everything that I hated about Star Wars, The Last Jedi, everything that I hated about The Last Jedi is my own fault. I went in with expectations, and the first time I went in, those expectations were not met. The second time I went in, it was a fine film, and I enjoyed it. Don't know if I liked it, but I enjoyed it. And we can argue semantics later on, or in the comments below. But I was super disappointed with him. Now, obviously, DJ would be a scoundrel. He would, you know, in my mind, he'd be like the scoundrel equivalent of Bodhi Rook, right? Not really useful. I would want him, not even like, I just want him in Galactic War, the Galactic War Shop, where I could just farm him and get him out of the way and never touch him. That's how disappointing I was with this character. That's how disappointed I was with this character. I just didn't care for him. I don't know. He wouldn't be super great. He really didn't have a lot of stuff going on. Didn't do a lot in the film. Kind of a letdown. But so that's kind of why I would like him as a Bodhi Rook character. You know, I'm sure there's a team that Bodhi is good in, but I haven't found it yet. And I don't think anyone has found it yet. That's what I want. I want him part of a scoundrel team. This is just really frustrating. Now, DJ could be completely redeemed if somehow his character was in the Han Solo film. I don't know. We don't have any information. That is total speculation. No idea. But very excited. We could see that. We might not. I don't know. I just don't know. But guys, I am very, very excited if that were the case. That would totally redeem the character in my mind. But right now, I don't care for him. I mean, he's Bodhi Rook status. But I think he could be added to the game. We shall see. Now, underneath that, what I really do hope, and this is a character that I would love to have added, or maybe a group of characters that I would love to have added, because there's a number of different ways that this character or this character's arc could be added to the event or to the game, and that would be the Praetorian Guards. I can't say its name. The Praetorian Guard. Now, these are the guards that surround Snoke. Now, my favorite is the one with the whip-looking thing. You can see it here. Loved that guy. He was awesome. And just the way he used his stuff, super cool. Loved it. There's an awesome fight scene. One of the best fight scenes that I've seen, that is in the film, is with those guards. Now, that's no, you know, there's pictures of that. So that's, again, no spoilers here. But just an awesome scene. And he'd be a powerful force tank. Now, I don't know if he's actually a tank, or he would be a tank, obviously. I don't know if he actually uses the force, but they hold their own with the against the people that they fight. And I'm not going to say who those people are, but they hold their own. And really, if they were powerful enough to guard Snoke, then it is likely that they are powerful enough with the Force that they could guard Snoke. And that seemed like a roundabout way to say that. But But I really think that they did have the Force. Now, we don't necessarily see them using the Force. We don't know. Just saying, it would be sweet. I just think that they're Force sensitive. I really do. No evidence to prove that, but I think they're Force sensitive. Now, underneath that, Maz Kanata. Now, we do get a small clip with Maz Kanata. We see her firing some stuff. We didn't see Maz in action in episode 7. Her scenes where she does fight are cut. Now, Maz has a gun. She is violent. Obviously, she's lived as long as Yoda, or around as long as Yoda. So we know she's capable of surviving. We also know she has the Force. So it would be cool to see a ranged attacker who could also do like a Force push, or who could also do maybe like a Force heal or something like that. I don't know, but that would be really sweet. I think I think she'd have a blaster. I think she'd have high dodge because she's small and she's spunky, and she just, I just assume she jumps around everywhere. But I think she'd also have multiple attacks. Next, and this is kind of a long shot, but something that I really hope for. Now, if you guys have played the Rey event, you have probably seen this, but this is the First Order shield guy, the First Order riot control guard. And what I want is, even though he's technically an episode 7 character, I'm sure he's somewhere on the First Order ships in episode 8. So technically he's also an episode 8 character, right? But we got this character, we were introduced with this character around the same time. He's just awesome. Really, all I want is that guard to come up, do some sweet dance moves, and get, you know, jiggy with it or whatever. But I just really want that guy, a First Order tank like that. Now, there are a couple of tanks already in the First Order. Kylo Ren, the Unmasked, is kind of a tank. Kylo Ren himself is kind of a tank. We have the Stormtrooper, who is a tank. Having another one with that super sweet, you know, stun stick, and it'll be like KFN or FN X273 parentheses traitor, TR8R or whatever we call him. That would be sweet. I would love to see that. And obviously, with the stun baton, he has the stun. Obviously, he has dodge. He'd probably have some kind of power against resistance characters. I don't know. Really, that would be sweet, though. I would love that. Now, finally, this is the piece de la resistance. This is the character that I want more than anything, and it is the Kanto Police Department, or the police person. Now, essentially, the Kanto Police are very much like the Coruscant Underworld Police. Useless. I want another character thrown in the game that is useless unless paired up with another police officer. Right? Think about that. Think about how all of a sudden Cup becomes the new meta with Cup, CBP, not CUP. And together, they are just rocking the house. That would be sweet. Now, probably abilities would be something like Toss a Drunk, because they're police in essentially Las Vegas, right? I feel like that's what they do. Run for 5 years. Again, self-explanatory. Maybe they call in a multiple attack from off screen that these giant horse bears things attack the enemy. That would be sweet. Really, I just think it would be fun to have a new character who could have some kind of back and forth, or who could have some kind of connection with another police, with another cop, and Cup obviously being that cop. Now, a little bit tongue-in-cheek there, but it would be pretty sweet. Now, again, with this video, I just left out the 3 most obvious ones that we are probably going to get in the future sometime. General Leia Organa, Old Luke, and Snoke. Now, how we get those 3, when we get those 3, I have no idea. But we're probably going to get them. I mean, those 3 are major characters, and it wouldn't surprise me if we start getting characters more and more often. I am really excited about that. And really, if you think about this new event, we haven't had any First Order or, I mean, we got Kylo Unmasked and we got First Order Special Forces TIE Pilot. 2 characters plus Jedi Rey or Jedi Training Rey. But that's the thing, though. I mean, 3 characters? Look at how many we got with Rogue One. We got like everyone in Rogue One. We got so many people in Rogue One. They just threw Bodhi Rook at us. They didn't even like, they just like, here, we don't know what to do with him. Here's Bodhi Rook. Take him. He's yours. Right? And that's why no one uses him. Because he wasn't farmed and no one values him. If Bodhi Rook was as ungettable as Grievous, you better believe there would be more of an outcry about making him better. But with that, these are just the ones that I think. And again, Kanto Police, take him or leave him. But I think there's a lot of great characters that we could pull from this movie and that I think that we're going to get leading up to the Solo film. And that comes out late spring. Really excited about that. Like I said, I'm hoping against hope that DJ somehow makes his way into Solo and that character is more valuable, because right now to me he was a load of crap. Probably the biggest disappointment in the entire film. Just me saying that, just my opinion. Benicio del Toro deserved much more opportunity to be built upon. That character would have been so much better. But we don't know. Hopefully they're going to use him in other areas. Hopefully we'll see him again. So before I end, I want to say this. There's a gamer in our community who he's part of, right now he's part of Cub Fan Han's player community, the Spaceballs community. Spaceballs, I think the Guilds is their name. If you see any of it seems like a really fun community. Not as cool as we with Lives. I'm just throwing that out there. Ball and Call and Maul and AWOL and all those other guys. Love them. But there's a leader in that community who recently suffered a heart attack, and he's been in intensive care for a while, and he's been in and out of surgery, and there's been a GoFundMe page that started for him. Now, I appreciate anyone who's been able to donate to my channel, but if you guys could donate to his instead, or to donate to this GoFundMe page, I'll leave a link in the section below. I've said this in a lot of my videos, and I kind of took the idea from another YouTuber who I love, but Star Wars is all about community. And the reason I like doing this is because I get to talk to you guys about total strangers about Star Wars. It is the one thing that binds us and the one thing that connects us. It doesn't matter who we are, where we are, what we look like, or what we sound like, what language we speak. Star Wars connects us. It's the global connector, and I love that about this game, and I love that about this stuff. And this guy is a member of our community. He may not be a member of your guild, but he is a member of the Star Wars family. And with that, he has been in a number of really popular guilds, and you've probably, if you're a top 20, top 50, top 100, guild in one of those, then you may have faced him. But he's struggling right now, and his family may need some help. It does need some help. And if you guys have a couple extra bucks lying around, send it his way. It's a few bucks. It doesn't, it's a cup of coffee, Coke at the gas station, donut, or I don't know, whatever your vice is. For me, it's, I love my lemonade rock stars. Those things are delicious. Oh, I drink them so much. But, if I can forego one of those every once in a while to send $5-10 bucks this guy's way, I'll do it, and I'm going to do it. And so I'll leave a link in the section below. If you feel so inclined, no pressure, and I won't ask you to tell me and report back. That's totally up to you. 'Tis the season, though, guys. But with that, leave a comment in the section below. Let me know what characters you would have liked to have seen, or you want to see added to this game from Episode 8, and then let me know what characters you think we might get to see coming from the next film and from Solo. But this has been a video from Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. Stay nerdy, my friends.